part-time time travelers, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jake, and you've seen the title. Today we're going to be watching something that is insane. But this is a part of a series, so if you don't know me or this is your first time here, my name is Jake and I cover everything nostalgic. And you know what's nostalgic to me? A little show from 2009 in Canada that aired on YTV called In Real Life. Now, my last 3 videos, I covered the first 5 episodes of it, and let me tell you, if you haven't seen them, it is absolutely insane. Yeah, they had these kids riding bulls and wrestling alligators. Most of this is illegal and against child labor laws, but they aired it on TV anyways, so who am I to say? This is an absolute insane series, but I hold so much heart to it. And I can't wait to dive into episodes 6, 7, and 8 today. Well, kind of 8. 8's kind of the worst episode of the season, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Before I do, however, if you don't know, I did manage to get an interview with the very first eliminated contestant, Jessie, and that is up on my channel right now. If you want to know all the juicy behind-the-scenes details of the first 2 episodes, Jessie takes a trip back in time with me 15 years to relive In Real Life, and that was such an awesome interview. Jessie, thank you so much, and we're gonna have you back on the channel again.
And then our parents were interviewed. So I remember my mom, after, like years later, she was like, the parents, I think, knew what the challenges were going to be. And I don't know, like, if anyone else's parents told them. I didn't know.
But without further ado, we need to get to this insane episode. Why don't we just roll the preview for what's gonna come up in episode 6 here? Surely it isn't that crazy.
Today's experience could be the most dangerous one yet. Firefighting.
The other way! The other way!
And challengers will have to take the heat in more ways than one.
I'm about to give you the opportunity.
They'll face a shocking twist in the competition.
Yeah, so they're gonna make these kids fight fires. I love 2009. This is pretty insane, because, you know, I remember going to, like, children villages and learning about fire safety, but this is getting the kids up close and personal with the fires and probably 100 pages of waivers. We meet the final 5 teams, so there's 10 people left out of the 18 contestants, and they seem a little drained from the past few experiences, but that's okay, because they're going to get quite the shock when they figure out what they're doing today.
Hello, challengers! Hey, welcome to your next experience. Does anyone have a clue what it is? Whoa!
Did you feel that?
If you haven't already guessed it, today's experience is firefighting!
In real life!
Talon thinks he's going to be good at this competition. Can you tell us why, Talon?
I guess I have some sort of advantage because my dad is a firefighter, and I have been in the truck.
He rode in a truck. But before we get to the festivities today, of course, we have a twist. This is In Real Life's first ever big twist. And Sabrina, let's just explain it.
Because I'm about to give you the opportunity to split up and pair up with a new teammate.
What? No. No. No.
What?
No.
So the contestants are given an opportunity to switch teams, which is major drama considering that they're all 12 and they can say what they really feel, and that's exactly what the producers lean into. They actually give each kid a little confessional to explain why or why not they're switching teams.
In my opinion, I think that me and Aaron were an amazing team. We could be very successful in this game. So my decision is I want to keep Aaron as my partner.
I want to split from my partner because I feel I can be better with another partner.
Aaron, that is absolutely savage. There is no reason. I'm actually quite surprised. We've seen Yellow fight and fight and fight like an old married couple for 5 whole episodes. When I watched this as a kid, I thought that they were for sure gonna switch, but this was their reasoning.
So I know that he is really into firefighting, and his dad's a firefighter. So I really want to stay partners with him.
It's all because Talon's dad rides a truck. No, in all seriousness, it seems that Yellow realizes that they actually motivate each other when they fight, and they're quite a good match. I was actually really surprised for Talon not wanting to switch at all. It only takes one partner that wants to switch for the team switch to happen, and Talon could have ruined that all, but he apparently appreciates Maddie in his own words here. Why did you choose not to switch, Talon?
She's still good.
She's good. The interesting thing about the switch is that if the shield gets broken up, it goes to 2 other people, and that's exactly what happens. Aaron leaves Jaycea, which Jaycea, just as well as me, is absolutely confused, and it seems that Aaron's only reasoning is he wants to be with Graham, and he does get lucky enough to get his wish. I think it's really funny that Gray liked each other as people, but they just thought they could do better in the switch.
It's because it was like a really close one between me and Orange last time, and I don't know if it was me or if it was my partner and I that were like just not working well, but I don't want to go through that.
Isaiah here is so kind of land, and he doesn't want to offend her. That is a real man right there. You know, it could have been me, it might have been me, I don't know, but I think it's better for me to switch. That's good enough reason. So now Isaiah and Jaycea have a shield, and Aaron and Graham have a shield that can save them if they are in last place. And of course, Graham gets asked why he's excited to be with Aaron.
Because he's so cute. No,
Graham has a little crush. It's so cute. Aaron's so cute. They get their different team colors, and then it's off to the first task. And this task is bringing a water hose up from a very high building. One member of the team has to climb all those stairs in the heavy equipment and untie a huge rope that is all tangled, drop it below. The contestant below has to tie the hose up into it properly and lift it straight up. This seems like an easy challenge, but as we quickly find out, not ideal. See what I did there?
Ben, first to throw down the rope.
to the whole fun ball, Maddie.
Landon's rope is all tangled. Madison is next to throw.
No!
Oh, hers gets tangled in midair.
Of course, is it any question? Purple does amazing here. They're like 45 minutes ahead of everyone else, it feels like. Again, Purple off to an easy finish here. They are already in the lead for this episode. While poor Landon, who was very offensive to Tyler.
Landon, did you trade up or did you trade down?
I'm gonna have to say I traded down. No offense, Tyler. None taken.
Is the one screwing up now. Landon and Tyler are very supportive of each other, but that knot was not ideal. Really got tangled up. It put the brown team in last position. We go on to the next challenge of the day, where Sabrina...
This was my casserole. I really shouldn't cook.
Keep cooking, Sabrina. Okay, you can cook. Never stop cooking, Sabrina. You're 23 years old, hosting a show full of 18, 13-year-olds. You are cooking, girl. The shield this episode is right behind everyone for this task, which is hilarious. No one sees it. Spoiler alert, no one finds this shield. And it might seem obvious, and maybe it was harder there, but that's just the most obvious shield of the season, and it's right there, and no one sees it.
This is the ventilation shack. Firefighters use it to sharpen their axe skills. Teams have to grab a ladder, get up to the roof, and cut out a rectangle in the plywood. Axing an opening in a burning house helps cool the room and clear smoke. Then bring your ladder and axe back to where you got them. One team member axes, the other one mans the ladder. You have to choose who does what.
I really like this task and how they have to get every piece of board broken through to let the smoke in. And also they have the task of undoing a ladder. And of course, it is Talon who notices its spring lock.
Oh. Talon opens up that ladder like a pro.
I paid extra close attention with pushing the hooks and straightening them out and noticed that they were spring-loaded. So I figured you had to push them in, then turn them.
Gray team can't get their ladder to open.
So Ben and Ruby Ray last time chose the wrench even though they came in first. This is where a big strategy comes in. And of course, they want to slow down the red team this round. They managed to keep their positions, however. Isaiah really struggles here and puts him and Jaycea in last. After Tyler and Landon have a phenomenal performance. And you know what? Tyler really has had a rough go these last few episodes. He's not the strongest person there. He's very lucky to be still in the competition thanks to his former partner Graham, and he seems dead in the water, but
I did so bad.
he took this task and he nailed it.
Whoa! Oh yay, Tyler! All right.
Tyler, this is your moment! Sabrina Serena still asking if everyone has their fingers and toes. Graham double checks. Good for you, Graham. So this next task is one of the most insane of the whole season. The kids actually get to go up in a timed task with 2 other firefighters. They have to use different hose settings, which that water pressure is insane if you've ever seen it live. They have to change the hose settings so they can get near the gas nozzle. They have to turn it off and then put out the rest of the fire. This is a task where the kids can feel the heat and the anxiety runs high before we even begin.
I'm really scared and I'm not comfortable at all with it.
Yellow team losing precious time as Madison doesn't seem to want to do this.
His dad's a firefighter, so he knows a lot about it. And when I gave him a hug, it was sort of showing that I really didn't want to let my teammate down.
You can do it. There's nothing to be afraid of.
And that's a really sweet moment, Talon comforting Maddie. We haven't seen that the last few episodes. We sure didn't see it in the last episode.
Ooh! Well, then let me drive a little bit.
These guys rock this challenge. It is so neat seeing something that can't be on TV anymore be done. 12 and 13-year-olds just blazing, fighting a fire. It's scary. They seem safe though, and what a phenomenal image in the episode. And it makes it tense of it being timed. It might be a little cruel to the kids, but there you go. This final task is a race to the finish. They get timed on when they start the challenge. They have to use the jaws of life to open up a car like firefighters do. I don't know how 12 and 13-year-olds are supposed to do this.
Oh my God, thank you so much. That's awesome.
Get their clue card and follow the clue, which the clue tells them to...
What is an early form of long-distance communication invented by the...
Teams that figure out the answer to the clue will just have to look to the sky. The smoke signals will lead them here to the finish line.
Ben has a very funny guess to what the answer is in the clue card.
Yelling?
The rest of the teams get through it, and of course right now Jasiah and Isaiah are way behind. It was really their episode to go home, but they have the shield. So unfortunately, even though it was a fantastic episode for Landon and Tyler, they do end their journey here today.
Jasiah and Isaiah, do you have a shield to save yourselves from elimination?
Yes, we do.
Do you guys have a shield?
No, we don't have a shield.
Landon, Tyler, you guys did complete 6 real-life experiences.
Yes.
And you did a great job. But your journeys end here. Tyler and Landon, you've both been eliminated from the competition.
Which is sad because I've said it since episode 1. I think Landon is such a pure person and such a positive force in this game. Tyler finally came to in the episode where he ends up going home. Ben and Ruby Ray decide to take the big reward this round, and the big reward is a hot air balloon ride.
Because you're each going to be taking a hot air balloon. Shut up! Oh my God!
Madison and Talon get the wrench, and we'll see exactly what they do with that in the next episode. So now we move right on into the ER episode, which, by the way, has one of the craziest previews for an episode I've ever seen.
Handle the pressure of being surgeons.
We need blood. Is it blood?
Oh, man. Will Talon and Madison wrench the right team and take the lead?
This is like an all-out war on purple.
Will anyone find the shield? And who will come in last and face elimination?
Don't die.
Does someone die? So Sabrina talks to the contestants, gives some really sad lore on her life.
Steady hands, check?
Check.
Nerves of steel?
Check.
Check, I think.
The brain my parents wish I had?
Check.
And it's time to jump right into the ER task. So for this task, they actually get to get dressed up, and there's some interesting reactions to them wearing scrubs. For one thing, Maddie...
It feels really weird to be wearing scrubs, even Halloween and everything. Like, I've never been a doctor before.
I sure hope you've never been a doctor before, Maddie. Ben?
Whoa, doctor.
Never change, okay?
Yeah.
So for this task, they actually get to interact with a state-of-the-art dummy.
A patient is a state-of-the-art medical mannequin that behaves like a real human patient. You gotta ask him how he's doing. He can talk to you.
Sir, how you feeling?
Oh, I can't breathe.
You have to make sure he's breathing regularly. Have the pulse and,
Then, you gotta call code blue.
Call code blue.
That brings in a crash cart.
They explain this so fast, and I know how TV works. They probably explained it for TV and then went through each and every step with the kids. Except these are kids, so I imagine while they explained about 20 steps of what they have to do in this task, all their brains were just like... And it shows. Right when Isaiah and Jaycea go out to do the challenge, they immediately forget what to do.
Breathing? No.
The patient is still breathing. Jaycea didn't notice.
No, he's not breathing.
That's their cue to give the patient oxygen.
Code blue?
Oh, that's wrong. They're losing time.
No, he's not breathing. Oh, right. Hurry.
Nope, still not right. You need to give him oxygen.
It was just a total disaster. And I think this is kind of unfair to Isaiah and Jaycea because you can tell if the next few groups that goes, the nurse that's helping them prompts the other groups faster. Ben and Ruby Ray come up and the nurse is just telling them what to do.
Is he breathing?
Yes. Yes. Do you feel a pulse? Yes.
Ruby also has a fantastic reaction to the dummy telling her that he feels much better.
I feel better now.
That's great, dude.
That's great, dude. The biggest disaster of this whole episode is Madison and Talon, who they're all instructed to go in and you have to greet your patient and ask him how they're feeling today.
How are you feeling?
And Maddie...
How are you feeling?
How are you feeling? That's like when your friend goes overboard at a party and the next morning when they're hungover, you walk into their room.
How are you feeling?
And then Madison and Talon almost kill the dummy. Like, there's actual concern that they're not going to get this task done because the dummy is actively dying.
Patient breathing?
No.
Nope. Alright, can I get some gel here?
Talon asking Madison for the gel. She's leaving the patient. He stopped giving air and the patient isn't breathing.
Go, let's go.
Patient is still not breathing.
They're losing him.
He's dying on us.
Don't die.
They're not working well together. The dummy is almost dead. You know, if you're having a heart attack and you're in the hospital and you see these two mother truckers walk into the room, you're gonna die.
How are you feeling?
I'm sorry to say, but you're gonna die. They do finish the task faster than Isaiah and Jaycea, but in reality, Talon and Madison probably just kill you quicker than Isaiah and Jaycea. The next challenge, they decide to get fleshy with it, and they actually bring in a pig's foot, and they have to take glass shards out of the pig foot and surgically stitch it back together. This is a weird challenge. Before they run in to do the pig's foot task, they have to wash their hands for 2 whole minutes. This is basically the year 2020. I'm glad in 2008 that they were preparing for the global pandemic.
But
We scrubbed not long enough.
Oh no, Red didn't scrub for the full 2 minutes. They have to start again.
So the main focus of this challenge isn't actually them removing the glass shards from the pig's foot. It's that they have a giant TV screen that is showing them where the shield is, which is so hilarious. Only one team in this entire race has found the shield, and it was in some lady's pocket. Every other shield has went unnoticed. For this episode, they just said, we're gonna put it on the freaking TV. And the thing is, no one notices it till after the competition. Aaron and Graham notice it, but they're not allowed to take it because they already have one. And then Talon and Madison see it and easily get it. And Ben and Ruby Ray look like idiots.
Apparently the shield was all over the screens. Honestly, we did not notice anything.
It was pretty bad of us because it was like right in front of our faces.
The next challenge, we're going back to the mannequin. We're saving the mannequins, apparently.
Department stores around the world will be grateful.
We're gonna put an IV right into the mannequin and get the blood drawn up, which is a very delicate task, and it shows with Talon and Madison and Aaron and Graham not being able to find the vein.
We put it in wrong. We take it out, put it at a 45-degree angle, twist it back, but there's no blood.
Neither red nor yellow teams can find the vein.
Come on, guys, what are you guys doing?
Of course, the purple team gets the IV in right away, gets the blood flowing. The red team and the yellow team, they struggle. Gray, though, unfortunately, basically kills the guy by putting the blood into the oxygen.
Uh-oh, what's he doing? Isaiah's about to make a big mistake. He's trying to hook the oxygen mask up to the blood bag.
And it was a little painful to watch, and then JC messed up as well. Not a good round for them.
For some reason, he thinks everything's his fault.
Do you want to switch?
So I just have to keep reminding him it's a team effort. It's both of us.
So that brings us to the final task, where of course Yellow finally wrenches Purple after a very tough decision made by Yellow deciding who to give to the wrench while Talon peeled bark off a tree.
You want to still do purple?
Yes.
Yes.
Talon never changed. So this challenge, this is full-out ER reenaction that we all did at high school, where there's actors and you had to get them into the ambulance. You have to put the neck brace on and you have to put them into the gurney and into the ambulance, and you have to direct the ambulance to the finish line. This is a pretty cool task. Of course, the wrench Purple, they have to wait a whole minute for their actor to pretend to throw up.
Feeling so well, I think she's going to be sick. I think you should turn her over. Good, hold her.
Which would be very overpowered in any other race to the finish. A whole minute could be elimination, especially when there's only 4 teams left, but Purple is just years ahead of everybody that they still finish first. The wrench did absolutely nothing. Purple comes in first, and they do take the wrench because everyone else is planning to wrench them, which means the red team, which came in second, gets the big reward. Aaron and Graham win the big reward. What is it, you ask? They both win a
Nintendo Wii console.
Awesome!
Let me finish. With a Wii Fit board and a Trauma Center game, which you should be able to beat all your friends at by now.
Awesome! That is legitimately, for 2008, the best reward of the season. So Yellow comes in second last, and unfortunately Gray, who is way behind, do finally get eliminated. I feel bad saying finally, but they really should have went home the episode before. Isaiah is such a bright light in this season, is always positive, and I think he really could have gone to the final few rounds. And JC was such a good partner to both Isaiah and Aaron, and she really held her own. It is sad to see them go, but I think this final 6 is pretty spectacular. So I'm just going to briefly touch upon the next episode. The next episode, they do go garbage hunting. They do get greeted by this mayor in this subsection of Montreal, and they're going to do some garbage trucking. Speaking of Canadian television, I'm surprised they didn't just go right into the Mighty Machines theme song when Sabrina mentioned that they're going to be working with Mighty Machines today.
And drive a mighty machine.
Mighty Machines, big and mighty machines, working for you, doing mighty things there. Mighty Machines, lifting and pulling and flying so high, building a building up to the sky. You can watch them all day and never know why they're mighty machines. Hear them roar, watch them soar, sit right down and see. There are stories to enjoy for every girl and boy. Mighty machines, big and mighty machines, working for you, doing mighty things there. Mighty machines, working for you, doing mighty things there. Mighty machines.
Aaron has a great comment about why he's discriminatory against garbage truck drivers.
Garbage man, I do not see as being a career option. I mean, I'm not scared to get dirty, but I don't like to be cleaning up other people's dirty.
So they're all dramatic about the shield because Purple doesn't have one, but spoiler alert, the shield's in a pretty obvious place and only Purple's allowed to pick it up, so they do pick it up. It's almost like they knew that, spoiler alert, no one goes home this episode. This episode has 0 stakes to it, which just kind of makes it a dull episode, especially since there's not even anything pretty to look at this episode. It's all just trash, quite literally. The first task is kind of fun. They're racing a garbage truck, and they have to put all the trash into the truck, and it's really funny because they're kids.
I started scooping all the trash after I did the first blue bin instead of doing it after the second one, and that lost a bit of time there.
Wait, after the second one!
So it is sort of my fault, and I'm acknowledging that on TV. Whew.
Big day for Talon. He admitted that he screwed up the challenge. Everyone, can I get an F in the chat for Talon? We gotta pay respect. He knew he messed up. Placements kind of go all over this place in this episode, but it's not very exciting. There's a few interesting challenges, but again, it is a slog, and it's a slog to watch. I kind of, every time I tried to rewatch it for this episode, I was looking down at my phone, looking back up at it. It's just, you know, no one goes home, and it's just not very exciting. We've seen some of the types of these challenges before.
Landfill uses hulking trucks called compactors to compress garbage, then cover it with topsoil. And that's your next job.
Again, this is very illegal, I'm pretty sure, to have 13-year-olds driving this massive machine. Look at that thing. This is the most exciting part of the episode, because why are they letting the 12-year-old drive?
Let the 12-year-old drive!
The funniest part about this episode, though, is Sabrina's throwaway joke here that no one laughs at, except I did. I laughed pretty majorly at it.
So, for instance, plastics cannot be composted. What? My R&B album? Songs in the key of Jaleese? Oriana?
I'm sorry, Sabrina, that cannot be used for compost.
Yeah, it's not garbage either. I put my heart and soul in this CD.
Oh, it wasn't a good album anyway.
Man, there go my dreams.
I need that record on vinyl. Sabrina, can you hook me up? I want the Keys of Jaleese on vinyl. This foot race is just way too long. And it doesn't matter. Aaron and Graham come in last, I'll let you know that, but they come across the finish line, they do a little dance, they know they're not going home. And then they reveal the twist, that no one's going home. But now we're hitting the individual portion part of the game, which is really exciting to me. This is where we know it's the end game now. It's gonna be exciting. 6-1. Only one person wins in real life. And these teams have to split up and play against each other, which is something we haven't seen. I'll let you know these final few episodes are fire! They're not trash, like the last episode. Literally, the last episode was trash. What's the end of this video without giving you a preview of what the kids are up to next week, and my personal favorite episode of the show?
Next time, in real life challengers take a walk on the high side. Whoa! When they turn into star circus performers. How will our 6 remaining players face challenges as solo players? Will former teammates turn against each other?
Of course, Maddie sold me out.
Or will old alliances help keep players from elimination?
Ruby, I think we have to take the elevator.
Come along with us when we run away and join the circus.
Damn, that's exciting. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. It means a lot to me that you stuck around to this point. If you are still here, please give me a like on the video. It shows me that you like these videos and that I can keep making them. And comment what you thought. What's your favorite joke from this episode? Can you believe that the kids did this episode? What are you looking forward to? Again, if you are part of production or if you were a castmate on this show, please reach out to me. Everything will be in the description of this video. I really want to talk to you, and maybe we can do a whole interview like I did with Jesse, which, by the way, links to that are in the description. That's all for me, though. Thanks for traveling back in time with me today. We hope to see you next time, where we're going to be clowning around a little bit. That's lame.
Hear them roar, watch them soar, sit right down and see. There are stories to enjoy for every girl and boy. Mighty machines, big and mighty machines, working for you, doing mighty things.